Hey guys, Elle here. I'm here with Coach Dan, Ironman coach and triathlete. So Coach Dan, I want to talk to you a little bit about some tips, pro tips that I can give to some beginners or some people who are just starting out like myself, how to be a better cyclist and an all-around better athlete in the triathlon.
Hi Elle, how you going?
Good to do.
Getting better on the bike, we want to focus on strength as being a key word, training. So there's various ways we can do the strength training in the week. Firstly, we want to do a strength workout where it's a sport-specific workout where we do slow gear, big gear work. So therefore, the pedal is slow in the big chain ring. We're going to really use our glutes and drive the pedal stroke from our heel, keeping our head still and our hips still. And we're going to do intervals, say 3 to 5 minutes at a time for slow hill, recovery period of 2 to 5 minutes on the way back down also.
And so another pillar or part of your foundation as well is making sure that you're strategizing your workouts properly throughout the week. So you're not just getting out and getting on a bike. You have to think it out properly as far as when you're doing your threshold or VO2 max rides, your long, slow rides, your intervals, your tempo. So if you can talk a little bit about that and how you decide which ones to do.
For most people, it's realistic if they're following a plan, if they're doing 3 bike workouts a week. Your number one workout would be your long ride. So you want to do that in hills if you can. So you're getting that natural fartlek training, that natural sort of heart rate up, heart rate down, building strength in your legs, overall conditioning. The second one would be the big gear one I just mentioned, where you use a low cadence. I'd say somewhere around 55 to 60 would be the cadence you're using when you're pushing that big gear, keeping the body still. The third workout would be probably best done on a bike trainer or a flat section of road where you're doing interval training. Somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes might be a really good zone to, with a recovery period, something similar. So 3 to 4 minutes recovery in there. The better athlete you become, the lesser recovery you need for that very high intensity. So get your heart rate up as high as you can.
When you're training in all 3 different aspects, long, slow rides, big bursts for your threshold, that way you're training to be the most dynamic and versatile athlete in all different conditions. So you're not just strong or brute force, but you're strong and explosive.
It's a good point, because even if you're doing, say, you're training and you really want to do Ironman well, so whether it be that a 70.3 or a full Ironman, you still need to work on your speed. And you still need to be training for, say, a sprint distance triathlon or training for a short distance. So I think that's where a lot of people they don't do enough of the speed. They're just focusing on long and slow, because if you're always just long and slow, then that's what you'll have. But if you want to create adaptation and change, you need to be able to work those different areas of the biking that I mentioned, the heart rate as well as the legs, and the strength being the key to all that.
And it really is proven, and it's a very powerful tool. It's not necessarily train longer, train smarter. By reaching your VO2 max and doing those sprints, even though they only take short periods of time, those are the actual training sessions that are going to challenge your endurance, your stamina, and ultimately improve your time and your speed.
I think the word time is also a key one, because when you're being realistic about when you're working, you need to maximize your time for the working athlete.
We still need to pay for this extremely expensive habit of ours.
Exactly. Yeah, the bike trainer works well, and keeping the workout sort of 45 minutes to 1 hour, a very good workout. Yeah, and keeping it specific, with a specific goal for each workout, not just say, I'm going to go biking for an hour. You do that enough times, you're plateauing, you're not getting anything more out of it.
Failure to plan is meaning planning to fail.
Good mentally, but if you want to perform better and make a different adaptation, then you need to change it up.
So one of the most challenging things that I've found, and what people in the community say, is the term jelly legs. So it's not just about being a good runner or a cyclist, but being able to engage the body even after it's been doing one continuous exercise to then do something completely different. And a lot of the time what happens is when you're on a 90-kilometer bike ride, you get up to run and your legs just don't work. So there's a lot of conditioning and practice that goes into training the body to adapt to that. So could you talk a little bit about what we call brick training?
Yes, I think everybody who does a triathlon goes to run off the bike and then realizes, oh man, this is what they tell me it feels like. It's just tough. For me, also running, when I did my first race, I realized when I went to run, you cannot really do the same pace. And you think, well, how can I get to the point where I can use my standalone running off the bike? What you said, brick training is basically biking and then running off the bike and learning to use those muscles to have them work for you.
What's a really good basic brick workout that anyone can do, and anyone can start now, and they can increase mileage later on, but as far as pace?
A bike ride of say 1 hour for, in a beginning sense, even if you're just biking some hills, biking around with your friends, then put the bike down, try and do the run fairly quickly after you don't have too much time between, don't get out the picnic rug and have the cup of tea first. Do it within sort of 5 minutes, get out and run. You can say run 15 minutes off the bike, get used to that, and then you can build that in slowly with a longer bike, 2 hours, build that up to 20 minutes run off the bike, and then move a little bit more further on there when you're doing the longer races.
And I think it's also like really important, make sure that you don't spend too much time in a stationary position, because I mean what the body's natural response is after you've been on the bike is to start producing lactic acid to start the recovery process, which means that your legs turn to stone. So you do need to keep it moving and of course condition it to go from one discipline to the next.
For our next step, Tri Coaching, we definitely focus on multi-sessions, as in seeing triathlon as a whole event and not just a running race, not just a cycling race. You have to put it together, the program together. So even when you're doing, say, your biking, but also your swimming, that's also learning to run after you swim, with the blood moving from the upper body down to legs quickly.
Of course. Well, it's an ecosystem, It's not just being good at all three disciplines individually.
Right, looking at the whole.
Exactly.
Putting the pieces together like...
Smart about how you put the pieces together.
That's right.
Excellent, cool.
Another session you could do just to finish off with is perhaps what we call an enduro session, where you go from the bike to the run, to the bike, to the run, maybe 4 times each. So you're doing a very short bike of say, 3 to 5 kilometers, and then you're running 1 kilometer, and then you might repeat that. That's a way you condition the legs to get used to running off the bike. Absolutely.
It's the funniest thing after I see.
But it gets easier and more enjoyable in time.
That's a beautiful thing. The body will adapt to anything that you put it under. So that's something that we're really excited about. So just so you know, this is something we're really thrilled to be starting. This is just a few basic tips on the bike, but obviously we'll be coming up with more episodes about next step performance and how to integrate all these different tips from all these amazing experts, and that way you have access to them as well. So once again, my name is Elle. This is Coach Dan.
Thanks, Elle.
Thank you. All right, shall we get up this hill?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.